Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about arithmetic and manipulation with variables. So let's start off with a recap of what we did last video. So variables, as you know, they are holders for values. So I'm going to create an integer. So int num1 equals 5. So I always want to have the data type, then the name of the variable, and the value. Let's create another one. Float num2 equals 2.3. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how to do arithmetic with code. Let's talk about some basic operators. The plus sign is used to add numbers. The minus sign is used to subtract numbers. Star to multiply. And the forward slash, the divide symbol, to divide. This might be a new one that you might not know about. It's called the modulus. It's a percent sign. We'll talk about what it does in a bit. So let's try to use a couple of these with the variables that we have. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new variable, float num3, and I'm going to assign it with the value of num1 plus num2. I can go ahead and add these variables, which each variable calls the value that it's assigned to, and it adds those. So I'm going to go ahead and print this out to the console. G++, and the name of the file, so part4.cpp, and /a.out. So we can see 5 plus 2.2. So let's try out another one. This time I'm going to put it directly in my print statement. I'm going to do num1 times, so let's multiply them, num1 times num2. So I can put that computation directly in the print statement. So same thing, compile the file and run it. So the 7.3 that we print the statement and the multiplication gives us 11.5. Okay. Next, let's talk about the modulus sign here. So what it does is when you divide two numbers, it returns the remainder. So when, let's say I want to divide, so if I did 5 modulus 2, so 5 divided by 2 would give it the remainder of 1, right? So let's go ahead and find out. I'm just going to delete this here so that we can just see the output here. So same thing, compile and run. 1. So next, let's talk about manipulation with string. So let's add a variable string. And if you guys remember, we have to do include string. So then we're going to string name of user. With variables, the common usage is something called camel case, where you make the first letter lowercase, and then the first letter of each word you use after that uppercase. Variables have to be a single word. So I'm going to call this Bill. So I can print out something like hello, and then I'll put in the name, so name of user. So it's going to say hello Bill. It's going to say hello Bill. So let's check it out. Yeah. So I want you guys to continue practicing manipulation and arithmetic with code and variables.